comments on Twitter and on Facebook. This one is from Femi Taiwo. His handle says against all odds. Super Eagles will need that against South Africa. It says NFF is no excuse for losing. Keshi so relied on luck for a long time and he ran out of it. His styles never convincing. Tactically deficient.
I might want to agree just a little with the guy that tweeted, Yes, when it comes to tactics, I don't think Keshi is the best in the world, Apparently, but what I've always been saying, the NFF also have a hand in this, Yes, we know Keshi's limitation tactically, as it may seem, but I think if they had his contract sorted, a long time ago, and apparently they were paying his salary and doing everything they were supposed to do, they might have as well, sent him on refresher courses, so that he could get to grips with the modern change in the game of football, tactically, technically, what to do and what not to do. Because right now, it showed, it was glaring against the match against Congo. Claude Leroy, tactical honors, he's a dinosaur. When it comes to African football, he's been there forever. He quickly pointed out how slow our defense line was. The fullbacks going forward, not returning quickly. He used the pacey wingers, to try and exploit that, and we saw how it resulted in the game against Congo. So definitely, I think a whole lot needs to be done. Tactically for the Super Eagles against South Africa. So that South Africans, we saw what they did against the Sudanese, sat back, soaked up the pressure, were very clinical when they had their chances. And if you listen to if you see the scoreline, South Africa 3, Sudan 0, you would think they went there and they overran the Sudanese, but apparently it was like a smash and grab. They knew what they wanted. They were very professional. So if Shakes shows that tactical onus again against Nigeria, I do not see tactically how we can, outplay South Africa. It might just be raw passion and the Agidi factor.
Well, it's Nigeria versus South Africa, and the Super Eagles love it whenever they play the Bafana. But then, as Chinasa said, it's football. Anything can happen. And with all of these issues going on in Nigeria football, but I'm getting loads of comments of everyone saying the players shouldn't give an excuse that it is the issues going on in the Nigerian Football Federation that affected them psychologically. To the extent you'd want to agree. But then I caught up with an ex-international. His name is Jonathan Akwoborie. And then I asked him, you've played on the different boards of the Nigerian Football Federation. Can this crisis really affect the psychology of the players? This is what he had to say. Let's listen to him right back. Stay.
When you come for a game, you feel the confidence from everybody at home. You feel the confidence from the officials that are actually closer to you. But, in this game now, you could, even coming into the hotel where the team is not as normal as it used to be. And those are the things that, can actually let those things creep into the minds of the players. And I think that is actually what happened to them.
Former Super Eagles player Jonathan Akwoborie is saying that it is never the same when there is no unity in the leadership. Remember, everything rises and falls on leadership, and he's saying the moment you get to the Super Eagles base, you can tell that this house is not in order. And I felt it, Chinasa, when I visited the hotel of the Super Eagles, and they don't even know who to talk to or ask questions. Sad.
Yeah, definitely, there is no way the things happening with the NFF, with our football administratively, will not translate, onto the pitch. Definitely, because like we said, at the start of the program, Stephen Keshi's contract not sorted. The players don't really know, who drew up the list, who did that, who didn't do this. Definitely a whole lot of things would affect the players getting into the game. And you might want to say that it shouldn't be an excuse, but hey, these guys are human. They are also human. So definitely, when your head is not right, you're thinking a whole lot of things. You're not focused on the task at hand, which was apparently playing at Congo and getting a victory. They were distracted, and it showed. You said the first goal, the way you had to see Omero's face when he was chasing that Congolese, like I shouldn't let this happen. But you can see that they were a little bit off. Let's just hope that with the stay of execution we've gotten sort of with Chris Giwa leaving office, there might be some semblance of organization and return to normalcy with the NFF, and the players might just should go to South Africa and get a positive result.
I tell you, it's not an excuse, but then these players are professional. The professionals, they understand what it means to go all the way to win. Now, some sort of stability is coming back to the NFF, so No more excuses for the Super Eagles. If my director can get me that visual, I flew back to Lagos with the Super Eagles team. Right there at the airport, Chinasia, all of them smiling, full of confidence, like nothing went wrong against Congo. I liked that aura, and I'm saying they should take that in that game against South Africa and just get the job done.
Yeah, what you could see on their faces, very good. I'm happy that they were all smiles, like we can see on the screen now. They were all smiles and everything, but I think deep down, they know that they are on a mission right now. They cannot afford to go 2 games behind in that group. It's just 6 games, you know. If you lose 6 points in the first 2 games, you have a whole lot of catching up to do. Thankfully, 2 teams will qualify from that group, you know. So definitely after this one against South Africa, they have to play Sudan home and away. I think they will go into that that match against South Africa. Maybe the way they are smiling, the confidence they have a plan up their sleeve, something that might shock the South Africans and shock us Nigerians when we see that game tomorrow.
So that's it. All of them smiling. Chigos Yagbim smiling. Azubike Chris smiling. Ahmed Musada Seredas and Echejile and Emmanuel Emenike. They were actually taking pictures. You saw the big boss, you know, smiling. He was even taking pictures of his players. Efe Ambrose, Juan Oshaniwa, and Ahmed. You see them, they are playing after losing to Congo. And that means no shaking. Football fans in Nigeria, this should motivate you.
The Portuguese side lost to Albania at home, so
you know. And Stevie Keshi said Brazil lost 6-1, and then lost the following game 3-0, and then it didn't stop them from being Brazil. So with that, just to tell you, calm down. These are the same Super Eagles that did the magic for us last year in South Africa. They can actually fly again. All they need is your support. Sports This Morning on Channels Television. We'll be taking a look at football in Nigeria, the issues, and then the crucial game between Nigeria and South Africa. Let's go on a quick break now. When we come back, Marin Cilic is the winner of the 2014 US Open. He didn't just win it, he did it in style when he took on Japan's Kai Nishikori. We'll talk about it when we return to Stay.
And Kei Nishikori.
That's it, Marin Cilic, new champion of the US Open. He did it in just 1 hour, 59 minutes. That's under 2 hours. He didn't just beat Kai Nishikori. He got $5 million in his account. What are we doing here?
Wow, this sometimes when you mention the amount of money these people get, that was also Serena also gets in, $3 million and an extra $1 million for winning the US Open Series, so a great one for them. But talking about Marin Cilic, what a redemption for him.
Yeah.
By this time last year, he was actually watching at home.
And it was banned.
He was banned there, so he couldn't take part. But I wouldn't say I'm that surprised because, following the career of Marin Cilic, at a point after Goran Ivanisevic, the biggest Croatian player so far, there was Mario Ancic, there was Marin Cilic. These guys always showed the promise. Ancic could beat anybody on his day, but apparently he had trouble with injury and the rest of them. So Marin Cilic going up, doing his business at the US Open, and he didn't go through the route that this man used, Nishikori. He went. It was almost easy for him.
In the last 3 games,
beating Bedic in 3 sets,
everybody in 3 sets,
beating Roger Federer in 3 sets, beating Nishikori in the final in 3
I'll
sets.
get back to you, Chinasia, just to let the viewers know. You see the followership of tennis right there in Croatia, fans coming out to give support to just one man. That's the power of sports right there. You see them with the flags and supporting Nishikori and telling telling him, hey, go, you can actually break record. We don't want this Asian guy to win it. And that was all he needed to go all the way. But then, Chinasya, looking at the run that Kai Nishikori had at this tournament, can you say he was tired?
Yes, I can say he was tired because at the point he played, there was a sequence of about 2 matches back to back in less than 36 hours, and they were both 4-hour matches, over 4 hours, you know. The one of them finished at about 2:19 a.m., 2:36 a.m. thereabouts. Remember, last time I was on the show, we talked about the match just finished.
I kept all of us awake.
He kept all of us awake. So the man, I give it to him. Lots of 5-setters, you know. The heat, remember the heat in New York, it's not something you would joke about. So Nishikori apparently ran out of gas on the final hurdle, but kudos to him, the first Asian, you know, to play a Grand Slam final.
And then after the game, Nishikori got emotional, and it touched me somewhat because he had to apologize to his team, apologize to his coach Michael Chang, and then he says, "I'm sorry, I got this close, but I couldn't touch the trophy." And that's some good sportsmanship there. But let's talk about Serena Williams, who is now showing off with her trophy. Serena winning the US Open for the 6th time and her 18th Grand Slam title.
Yes,
wow.
Serena, she's caught up with Chris Evert and Martina Navratilova when it comes to Grand Slam titles. Looking at Helen Rose Moody next, who's on 19. There is Steffi Graf. There's Margaret Court. Steffi Graf is on 22. Margaret Court, I think, is on 24. So, and who will count out Serena? You know, matching those
32,
feats.
but playing like she's 25.
Yeah, the oldest woman to win a Grand Slam in how many years? You know, I apparently a good one for Serena. I think she would go far. You know, because if she keeps playing like this, she's untouchable on tour. Surprising this year that this is the only Grand Slam she won. You know, she kind of had I think she had a little problem earlier this year, going out before the knockout stages of most Grand Slam tournaments, but apparently she's ended it well, getting her 18th Grand Slam title.
That's it, and she did it in style. I always had that with money in the bank. Okay, let's quickly we'll talk about it, but let's just let you know some of the results from the Euro 2016 qualifiers. And Spain defeated Macedonia by 5-1. England, and it was Danny Welbeck. Arsenal fans, start believing. Danny Welbeck scored a brace for England in that game against Switzerland. And then Montenegro defeated Moldova by 2-0. Austria and Sweden played a 1-1 draw, and then Ukraine lost at home to Slovakia. But let's quickly talk about this rise that has gone bad. And then the NFL, they're saying we do not tolerate any form of violence.
You know, a whole lot of things happening in the NFL in the past couple of years. Aaron Hernandez, the New England tight end, his murder charge is still in prison. He's not gone to trial yet. This man, Ray Rice, you know, everybody thought he was that model of consistency as an upward mobile young man, you know, apparently, because he was mentored by the other Ray Lewis, who just retired 2 years ago. And doing that, seeing that video clip, it happened a while ago, you know. They are married now. It happened when the woman was still his fiancée. That video clip, the first video clip that came out was when he was dragging her out of the elevator. So nobody really saw what happened inside the elevator. And he was handed a 2-match ban by the NFL and fined about $500,000 thereabout. Then this one came out yesterday.
The video came out, and that's it.
And we saw the left hook. That would have floored a bantamweight boxer, because he knocked the girl out cold, and apparently his football career might just be over.
That's it. Might just be over. And if you think you can just keep dishing out left hooks, Ray Rice, go get a fight with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and let's see how much you can actually throw those punches. And so that's it, Chinasa. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Of course, anytime. My pleasure, Austin.
And to you, wherever you are in the world watching sports this morning on Channels Television, remember, I keep saying it, when we leave the studio, we get talking to no one else but you. So you can keep talking to us on Twitter or Channels_sports, and on Facebook with Channels-sport. That's it on behalf of the ever dedicated sports team at Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Austin Okon-Akpan. The drama series in Nigerian Football Federation continues. What an end to it, but it still goes on. But I want you to keep rooting for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They will fly against South Africa, and as you do so in everything you do, remember to keep talking sports. Bye for now.